So everyone, here's a quick overview of the final creation of this walking stick that I'm going to be working on today. And here is the bloom portion that is made with the translucent pillow once again. And then down below it, I have a splash of resin to go with it that complements the bloom piece and also fills in a gap that was in the wood. So with that, let's get into the creation. Hi everyone, it's Louise with Louise Make Art, and I am back for another fusion piece. Only this time I am going to make a walking stick by popular suggestion. Several of you suggested I make a walking stick, so this is the one I'm going to start with. I've got several of them already. These long sticks are all over this road. I mean, these are everywhere. So yeah, I'm going to be probably doing a few of these. So let me get you down on the spinner and let's get started. So in here I'm getting ready to create a paint skin for the walking stick, but even before that, I want to give a big shout out and thank you to Aishu from Aishu's Crafty Kids Club for inviting me to this great collaboration for her 15th birthday party. So happy birthday, Aishu, and let's have some fun here. A couple of you suggested it, and I thought that was an interesting idea. So I've been on the hunt for some straight pieces of wood, and there is no end of it here. So real quick, I'm just showing you what some of these raw sticks look like before I do anything with them. You have to look past the crud that's on there and think about what it's going to look like when it's done. So my first color down here is Amsterdam's Persian Rose and Pearl White. This is my Bordeaux Red by Arteza. Here's my gold combination. 24 karat by Deco Art and Iridescent Gold by Golden. Here is my Quinacridone Nicolazzo Gold by Golden and Zeus by TLP. And I'm going to put a little less of the Payne's Gray down this time as I dump a bunch on. I do want it to frame up a little bit though. I can always cut it out later. All right, Australian Cell Activator. So on these fusion type pieces, I don't worry so much about getting a perfect bloom. I'm more concerned about getting the shape that I think I need to fit properly on the piece I'm trying to get it on. So you're going to see me playing around with this, and I'll be fast forwarding through some of this. So now that it's blown out, I'm going to go on fast forward and skip sections out because what's important now is getting just the size of it right to fit on the wood piece. And it can't be any bigger than 4.5 inches wide because that's the circumference of the walking stick. And if you've been with me, you know that for other fusion pieces, I kind of move the pillow around to get it where I need it to go and just prior to spinning it out. I'm going to cut some of the spinning. I'm just trying to get it to spread lengthwise. So here I'm just double checking the width. Here I'm just playing around a little bit, extending some lines and then also pulling in from the pillow to give the quasi petals a little bit more structure and shape as we go forward. This is where this one is. And here's a close-up of the wet results right before I put it to bed. So after sanding and fully cleaning, I applied a couple coats of mineral spirits and then stain. And here I'm going to apply the paint skin to the walking stick. I'm using my matte varnish. And this is about where it's going to go. I put some resin down. I don't know. I'll probably put another coat of resin down here. So... And once again, in the interest of time, I'm going to skip ahead and go on fast forward here. So all I'm doing here is applying some varnish to the wood and then some varnish to the back of the paint skin. And then I'll adhere the paint skin to the wood, ensuring that I squeeze out and push out from the center to the outside all the air bubbles that are in between the wood and the paint skin. So I get a nice tight seal and bond. I'm going to resin over this, and I'm also going to add more resin to this gap here because I'm not happy with how that filled in. So this is going to be what's facing up, and all the drips will come down here, and I'll clean off the back of resin tomorrow. And we'll just see how it comes out, you know? It's all just trying new things. We'll see how it goes. That's all we can do. So everyone, what I'm showing you here is the final application of the paint skin to the walking stick. And then I'm going to show you the first pass that I had made already of the resin in that little gap there. And then I'm just showing you the full length of the finally stained piece ready to go for resining. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go in, I'm going to add another layer of resin into this gap to fill it in fully. And I'm going to also resin the paint skin onto the wood piece. And I'm not going to show you that because it's a cumbersome process and I was doing other things as well. And this is the semi-gloss varnish I used to varnish over everything except for where I've resined on this piece. I chose not to resin this because number one, it's going to be outside and I didn't want to have there be a lot of glare coming from it. And number two, it's so long and round, it'd be hard to resin this cleanly. And here are the final resined and varnished results, and it's very hard to capture this in any kind of entirety. So we're just going to go slow over each section and then give you a final picture at the end. So if you're new here and haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, hit the bell and all. You'll get all my latest art tutorials. And remember, I have my 10,000 subscriber giveaway of a set of coasters and a set of paints that the rules are listed in video 356, and in 357 and 358 you can enter for the giveaway. And this Friday, April 12th, is the deadline for entry. And at the end here, I will have a link for other Fusion creations and a couple quick pictures to show you some examples. And following me, and up next, we have Holly from the Morning Pour. Let's see what she has going on. And once again, everybody, thank you for being here. And until next time, take care.